Hello, Ripsters. Welcome to the first episode ever of Ravens Wrestling Roundup. Super cool. We're going to talk about Raw and Next and SmackDown. And I have a super cool panel with me. I have Rip Amal. And I have Rotten Jack. And representing the general public is our good friend Zach.
The guy that stopped watching wrestling when WCW was still its own company.
That's all right.
Legit.
So I guess we'll start with Raw because it was last Monday. And it, of course, opened with Edge and Beth Phoenix coming out and challenging Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley to a match at Elimination Chamber. And the best part, of course, was when Beth Phoenix grand slammed Dominic Mysterio. It was super cool.
It's good to see Beth Phoenix back. I liked her.
Yeah, dude, this.
When did she come back? Was it just recently? Like her official debut?
Yeah, like she came back like a few months ago.
Okay. Well, again, I haven't watched wrestling in eons.
Yeah.
So, but you always kind of wondered. You knew she'd want to come back.
Oh, yeah.
For God's sake.
She attacked Rhea Ripley in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Like, because Rhea keeps stacking Edge and all that, right?
That's right. Rhea keeps going after Edge with Judgment Day, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought
Beth
he was
Phoenix
in
speared
there.
her right at the Rumble.
yeah.
She came out and speared Rhea Ripley.
And Ed, like we were saying, Edge liked the idea of getting to have some fun with Beth and giving her a couple of grabs on the behind.
He
Yeah.
did. And Beth said that she talked to him beforehand and said not to do that.
Well,
Marriage.
yes.
That's all we got.
They're pretty cool. I told Rip one time we're going to dress up as Edge and Beth Phoenix, and I'll be Edge and he can be Beth.
I was going to say, he would make a nice... got the hair for it.
I'll be all confused and big eyes and stuff.
You have to use extra protection there, Lip.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
I'll give him the big Beth Phoenix hair.
Yep, this is going to happen. This has to happen.
And then, of course, Damian Priest beat Angelo Dawkins in qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber.
That was cool. I don't know what you think of Angelo Dawkins, Stace, or Jack, but I like him.
You kill a kayfabe here, man.
I like Angelo Dawkins. I haven't seen much of his stuff. You might have. You probably have seen a bit more of him, but really,
I like their tag team a lot. I think they're great. I like the Cream a lot better in AEW, but I like these guys, Angel Dawkins,
Rick Williams, and Carmelo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camaro is with them. I remember that.
It's so funny. I'm looking down the roster and I know not many names.
No.
There's a
You're
couple
going to
here.
have to look into them and check some stuff out because
I think, Damian Priest, I got one of his cards and I thought for a split second until I read the name, the pose was The Undertaker.
yeah, he reminds me of Undertaker
Where does
He's
he-
and Edge mixed together, I think.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kind of a strung out Undertaker.
Yeah, I can't remember his name in Reign of Honor, but that's where he started. It was in Reign of Honor.
Oh, was it? Cool.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that might be where I remember him from.
yeah.
He's good too, though. He has a lot of potential. I think they could be doing a lot more with him than they are, but they got to
Yeah.
get through their storylines and stuff, right?
Yeah, I could see him win the championship soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Who is the champion?
It's a woman wins. Oh, I mean for U.S. champion,
No idea.
it was Bobby Lashley last, wasn't it?
U.S. right now is Austin Theory.
Austin Fury, that's like.
Zach has his autograph. He pulled it.
Yeah, and I got it because I had heard the name Austin Theory. Then he changed it to Theory, and I'm like, who is this guy? And then everybody's like, that's Austin Theory. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good hit. I liked that card for sure.
Austin Theory's changed a lot. He's all grown up now. He doesn't take selfies
Yeah.
anymore. He's all serious. I liked him better before when he was always snapping selfies everywhere. He was a better Austin Theory.
He's cool though. You can see him doing some stuff for the company.
Definitely.
When he was doing that selfie stuff, it kind of reminded me of a rip off of Tower Breeze when Tower Breeze used to come out and used to with the stick camera
Yeah.
and take selfies of himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm glad he's like become his own man now. Austin Fury.
Yeah, he really has. He's really grown up.
It's more him, right? It's not so much like a character.
And it makes you wonder if he just didn't buy into that character. Because
I think that was the
a lot of
problem.
the old timers say if you don't buy into what you're doing, nobody's going to buy into it.
Yeah.
He got tired of everyone calling him the kid all the time.
No.
Don't want to be the kid no more.
Theory is Vince's new Triple H. Okay, that's a good comparison.
Yeah. Vince likes him a lot.
Tim's right. Yep.
And then Dexter Lumis beat Corbin in a match, and that led JBL to get very angry at Corbin. He doesn't want to be Corbin's friend anymore.
JBL as in Layfield is back?
Yep.
Yeah, he was back as a manager for Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin, we were talking about him, me and Zach.
I'm a big JBL fan. He
was with him for a bit, and he's turned on him now.
Well, you're going to miss him because he's going to be off TV again.
Well,
he got the hatchet through his hat at the Rumble, Dexter.
Dexter Lumis friggin' hatcheted his hat.
Don't mess with the Cowboys hat. Oh,
yeah.
I did not know he was back.
Yeah, that Rey Mysterio and Dominic storyline is pretty good. I don't think they'll stop that anytime soon, probably.
No. They're going to have like a father and son match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I always knew Mysterio wanted that.
It's too funny how Dominic's all on that prison thing and stuff where he
did hard.
He's got the little teardrop tattoo, Zach, because he did like a half hour in the local jail, holding cell.
Because he got pinched for not having his ID.
Just for a little.
His dad at Christmas.
He came at Christmas time to his dad's house, trying to make amends and cause trouble at the same time. They ended up calling the police because Rhea Ripley did some stuff.
Yeah, she slapped his wife. Rhea's wife.
Yeah.
Dominic's mom.
Yeah.
And she was saying it's abuse. It's abuse. And of course, Brock Lesnar came back on Raw.
Yeah, he came back. Brock Lesnar, that was sick.
He wants Lashley in a match at Elimination Chamber. And Lashley said he'd have to get his lawyers and everyone to look over the contract before he sign it next week.
Oh, we love you, Brock. I do love Brock. He is an entertaining human being.
Yeah.
And now fellow Canadian because he bailed on the U.S.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he was in Alberta.
Somewhere in Saskatchewan. He's got like a 10,000 acre farm.
Yeah, he's like a cowboy.
Well, that's where he grew up, on a dairy farm in South Dakota. It's basically Saskatchewan.
Basically.
Wait a minute. Wait, Braun Strowman is back? What is going on in Raw? I thought he had
Braun Strowman's back for Raw right now.
Ricochet looks like a miniature version of him. It's like he created a miniature of himself.
Another finishing move, he puts Ricochet up on his shoulders. So it looks even funnier because it's like big Braun Strowman Little Braun
Mini Braun
Strowman.
Strowman.
And then he jumps off onto the guy from his shoulders.
It's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
fun.
if they're billing him at 5'9", he is not 5'9". I will tell you that much.
No.
It's funny how that tag team started with an internet fight. How Braun Strowman said, "Oh, I hate that flippy shit."
Yeah, they didn't get along, eh?
Yeah,
Well,
because that's why Ricochet is all about. It's like doing all the flips and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew he was talking about.
yeah, the big guys don't like to flip around too much.
There's
Just
one
sit when
new
you
guy, I
come up
can't
and
think of his name off the top of my head. He made it to Elimination Chamber, Jack. Who is he? That bigger guy that's going off the top rope?
Oh, Oldest? No,
Not
no.
Otis. He looks similar. He's like the same size as Otis, but he's like almost like a Samoan or something. He's a different
Well, that explains why he's going off the top rope.
nationality. I don't know.
Yeah, is it Sokoa?
No, not Sokoa. No.
No,
Ah.
I can't remember his name right now. I'm drawing a blank.
Braun Breaker, because Braun Breaker's really big right now in NXT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Braun Breaker. I like to see him come up soon, though.
Yeah, I think he
Wow,
should.
SmackDown.
No, it was only recently I found out that was Rick Steiner's kid.
Oh, I
Is
didn't
it?
know
I
that.
didn't know that either.
Yeah.
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 Is it Rick or Scott? I think it's Rick.
Rick's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
I can't remember where I was, and
right?
I was talking about it, and somebody said, "Oh yeah, that's Rick Steiner's kid." I was like,
Oh, I had no idea.
and then I looked at a picture of him, like, "Oh my god, that is Rick Steiner's kid."
Yeah, he does look like him.
Not Big Papa Pumps, a dog-faced gremlin. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely looks like him. Well, because Scott kind of looked like that when he grew the goatee.
Yeah.
He did. I can see they look a lot alike, body-wise and stuff.
See, classic wrestling. This is my
Yeah.
Then when you get into any of these guys,
It's
So
so
what's
cool to see the differences, though, and the connections, right? Because, I mean, I didn't even know that it was Rick's kid.
Yeah.
and the whole Ricochet and Braun kind of goes back to the old Kane and X-Pac days.
Yeah. It
Big
almost
guy.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
The
awesome.
big monster and the little
Little guy.
running around causing trouble.
Yeah.
See, just
Super funny. And of course,
but look-
Carmella came back on Raw. It was her return. She's been out forever. She won the qualifying match to be in the Elimination Chamber
Carmella, yep.
against Piper, Dewdrop, and Candice LeRae and me again. And it was
I
cool
like how
'cause
they bought Piper's name back and got rid of that G drop.
yeah, she calls herself Piper because she played bagpipes when she was a kid. And Niven
Yeah.
is her father's first name. So that's where Piper Niven comes from.
huh.
Yeah.
Dad's name and her being a bagpipe player.
I hated that Jude drop name. I really
Yeah,
did.
it
I was like,
wasn't
oh
very
god.
She's cool. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very cool. And during that match, it was cool because the SmackDown girls came
Ryan.
ringside that are also in the Elimination Chamber. So Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez
Yeah, that was cool. And they're all standing around the
came out
ring.
ringside. That was cool.
See who they're who's coming up against them.
Then Cody
Asuka.
Rhodes, of course, came out and had his interaction with Paul Heyman. That was entertaining.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman ended up telling him that Roman was the son he wished he always had.
I love Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
Do you
is
guys
great.
remember when Dusty Rhodes was in ECW?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They have a connection, Paul and
Yeah.
Dusty.
Paul is an entertaining human being.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
He just comes up with the stuff. Like I don't think he even writes it down. It's just like comes off the top of his mind. The stuff he says.
just lives it.
Okay.
He does for sure. And then the other half of the Street Profits, Montez Ford, defeated Elias in a qualifying match. So he'll get to be in Elimination Chamber, and that's cool for Montez Ford. Because Angelo Dawkins didn't make it.
Poor Elias.
I like Taz a bit better than Angelo myself.
Elias was going to be so good, and they dropped him so terribly.
They did that whole Ezekiel thing. It was kind of silly. It was overdone.
Yeah, that was overdone.
And then they started.
It was supposed to be like the three faces of Foley, but I did it terribly.
It's funny. And during that match, Seth Rollins came out and attacked Austin Theory because Austin Theory was watching with commentary. Rollins came out and stomped him. Sure did.
Yeah. Almost missed him when he did that stomp too.
Yeah, Theory helped out with that one.
Yeah.
When did the freaking come into his name?
The what?
It's been a while now, freaking Rollins.
Oh, freaking no.
I'm looking at the card for next week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So he went, okay, see, now the belt thing makes sense. All right, see, I'm putting things together now that I know.
The fans started that. The fans started saying Seth freaking Rollins, and that's where it really, and they like, oh, we should use this because it's really popular.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's catchy, that's for sure.
Yep.
Because he's a big deal, man. He deserves freaking in the middle of his name.
Put an Iowa on him.
The crowd sings for him when he comes out. He commands a crowd like not a lot of superstars. Like there's only so many that can have that personality. He's larger than life. And of course, the main event on Raw was Bayley and Becky Lynch in the steel cage match. Finally, after the fake out.
The last one that didn't happen on Raw, the free Hershey show, yeah. We got showed up.
Steel cage on Raw. What is this shenaniganry?
I know. I can't remember the last time they even have a steel cage match on Raw.
What? That wasn't no. Just no. Just no.
It wasn't much of a match, though, was it? If I remember right. Or...
Yeah, it was kind of like a short pace match, right?
Yeah, it wasn't anything too special.
Yeah, nothing special, except for Lita showing up.
Yeah, it was cool that Lita came out at the end to help Becky.
Lita showed up to help.
What, she's back now too?
Well, she helped Becky Lynch because Billy has two helpers outside helping her out.
Billy has two partners, Damage Control, Dakota Kai and Neo Sky.
Tag team champions.
Yeah, they're the champs, the women champs.
Good God, they're bringing everybody in.
Bayley gets them to do all her wrestling for her.
Sure does.
It's amazing how many people are actually on this roster that I kind of remember from back in the day. They're bringing all the old timers back.
What happened to Zelina, Vogs asks?
Zelina's still around. She's with what's his name?
Yeah, she's on SmackDown. She's helping what's that Mexican wrestler's name?
Pablo.
Santos Escobar.
Yeah, that's it.
Zelina's super cool. Yeah, she's still around.
Yeah, she wore that Street Fighter 5 outfit on Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's right. She's going to be in the game as a commentator or something.
Yeah.
That's true.
She's doing some real moves and stuff too, getting tossed around and flipping around and stuff. She's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, she knows the lucha wrestling.
Yeah, she's good. I like that match on, we'll get to SmackDown, I'm sure Raven will, but there's a cool match on there with Escobar and stuff.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's a good wrestler.
Really cool.
That was it for Raw.
That was
and NXT.
Cole just said, "What's happening with Key? Is this something that everybody knows?" Or Am I missing it?
It's
I
Key.
don't know.
I don't know who Key is.
I was gonna ask.
Jay is probably what he's saying. Jay Uso. What's happening with the bloodline? Jay came back to help Jimmy.
Oh, Jay. Yeah. Jay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
missing, and no one knew what he was gonna do. He came through
Yeah,
the crowd. They were just about to say Jimmy's gonna have to do it alone.
Yeah.
He showed up for his brother.
They hugged
Yeah.
and
They're the ones that
defeated.
defeated Strowman and Ricochet, are they not?
Yeah.
On SmackDown?
On SmackDown, Strowman and Ricochet had a title shot that they'd won from the tournament to get number one contender, and they went against the Usos on SmackDown.
They did. Jay's gonna go with his brother, but they keep hinting. Later in the show, it showed Sammy and Jay meet up, and they gave a fist bump to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's torn. He's torn between his twin brother and his friend.
Yeah.
I agree with Cole that he's saying he'll stand with Sammy. I think he will too.
He's gonna have to bring Jimmy.
I think so too. I think that's what's going to happen. That he's going to stay with Sammy,
Yeah.
and there's going to be like a new stable. Right? Him and Sammy and a couple other guys facing the bloodline.
And it even hinted at it at the end of SmackDown last night that Heyman will go and be the wise man for them there, right?
Yeah, he passed the mic to Sammy. That was a cool moment because he's always given the microphone to Roman, and Sammy put his hand out for the microphone. Roman and Paul Heyman was like, "Oh my God."
So it's like a little hint, sort of, that
passing
he
the
passed the torch to him, kind of. I think.
Yeah.
Fox says he doesn't like LA Knight. I like LA Knight. I think he's very.
Yeah, I like that. It's better than that other gimmick he was doing there before.
Yeah, the Maxim Male Models.
He's
the Maxim Male Models. Yeah,
all the time.
He's always saying yeah after everything.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Yeah, I like LA Knight when he was in NWA Power. He was really good there in Impact. He's a good like he wants to be the Walk. You know, you can tell.
Yeah. He acts like the Rock. He sure does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cole Bray hasn't been on camera since the pay-per-view, I don't think.
No, he wasn't on SmackDown last night.
No.
He hasn't been on since Wembley.
I don't know who LA Knight is, and he doesn't. I got nothing.
He's the one that lost to Bray Wyatt at Wembley, and that Mountain Dew, White Cell match or whatever it's called.
That was their first Pitch Black match they did, Zach.
Pitch Black match, that's it. White Cell's AEW.
He looks like a guy I went to school with, but I know he's not.
No.
But he really does
He's
look like a guy.
entertaining. He's funny.
The other Pitch Black match was all right for a first of its kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good foundation for them to grow upon. They need to have much more of that confetti. That was cool when he hit the announce table and it all came spewing out.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
What?
Yeah, you have to watch this Pitch Black match.
You gotta look it up, Zach.
Come on, Zach.
Pitch Black
No.
match. It's
Come
cool.
on, Zach.
What would Dusty Rhodes say?
Blacklight.
Baby, he said, baby, that's not how wrestling's supposed to go, baby.
I thought I heard Dusty Rhodes there for a minute.
Dusty Rhodes. Ooh, the demon. You see, I always liked Finn Balor when he did the demon because he had
it was
good
cool.
artwork.
He's too caught up in Judgment Day now.
Oh
Yeah.
that's part of that whole spiel. It's so
He's
hard
with
to keep
Rhea Ripley and Dominic and
Priest.
Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a cool faction, but I could see Finn going off somewhere else other than that because it's not.
Yeah, he kind of is like the odd man in that group.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
He's got he's an odd guy as it is. That's why he was a demon and stuff. He's different, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he's European, so they're. I've known many people from the land he comes from. They're all a little off kilt.
Yeah, I got some Irish in me.
What happened in NXT?
It's Raven's channel. I'm gonna hold
We got
back.
scrapped.
If it was
But I
Rich
think
Channel, I would've let that-
obviously the highlight of NXT was Toxic Attraction being on Ding Dong Hello, Bailey's show. It was cool that Bailey came back to the NXT universe.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hug shirts seen in the crowd. So there's a lot of fans of her there, of course. She did her segment Ding Dong Hello with Toxic Attraction as her guests. And she kind of got the two of them riled up. And then they made up briefly. And then they said they were going to come after Damage Control for the tag team championships. Bailey didn't like that. And then they hugged and they proclaimed that they were sisters. And then JC Jane turned on Gigi. She sure did. She drop kicked her. And then she kicked her head through the door.
She's the Shawn Michaels of the group.
Toxic Attraction is no more for the time being.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. It had like real vibes of the barbershop window when Shawn Michaels threw Marty Jannetty through it, eh?
Yeah, you see her face after she got kicked through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sure did. She either sold the hell out of it or JC Jane kicked her a bit too hard because it really rattled her head.
Yeah, her face actually got messed up after
Yeah.
kicked through the door. Who knew doors were actually hurt?
Yes, doors hurt.
So that was
I will
cool.
tell you that for a fact. Doors hurt.
And,
Don't
what
even
else
need to be a
happened then
wrestler to
next?
tell you that.
Pretty Deadly came in all disheveled.
Yeah.
Said
they're
that they hadn't
funny.
slept since Vengeance Day. They took
Oh,
on Andre Chase and Duke Chase Academy. And they ended up winning that match, so that was cool. I like Pretty Deadly. I don't care what anyone says. You can judge me.
I
Funny how
will.
they're like
I
so
think they're
prim
pretty
and
cool.
proper and everything, eh? And
No, wait,
then
so that was
they
the
come in
one I-
all like disheveled and
little pretty
and then
blonde
they're,
boys.
like,
What's
day
disheveled for
clothes.
them? Their part was on the wrong side. Their disheveled isn't my disheveled, where it looks like I woke up in a warehouse. You know?
They were
That's-
disheveled
that's
for Pretty
disheveled.
Deadly. They're usually pretty coiffed.
Yeah.
Coiffed? Oh, it's going to be one of these shows.
Pretty Deadly is the one card you sent me, the handkerchief.
I know.
shirt
I
is
remember
called
because I was wondering about the choice of outfit. I was like, that's not a garment that should exist in nature. And
They're very
You know.
feminine.
I mean, well, no, I wouldn't. Even if a woman was wearing it, I would still say it's a garment
Yeah.
that shouldn't exist in nature. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with the gender of who was wearing it. It had to do with the fact that it exists.
Wait till you learn about the wrestler Nikita Lyons.
Oh,
Oh,
seen
God,
her.
yes.
Yeah. I mean,
He
no.
wears similar attire as that
She
guy.
has
No.
some interesting outfit choices.
No,
Yeah.
it's like in video games. The less clothing, the more the armor, right?
Yeah.
Work. It has to be real.
Natalia did call Shayna Baszler a wannabe Rousey. She sure did.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun last night.
Wasn't Baszler? Isn't she an MMA fighter as well? I know
Yeah.
there's-
Yeah, she was, and she became a wrestler.
Yeah.
And they're
And
gonna
then-
put Rousey and her up against each other. Well, they made
Well,
it
Rousey
seem
came
like
out and it seemed like they were going to fight, but then they teamed up to take down
Yeah.
Natalia. And then
They're
Shotzi
going.
came
They're
out.
going to fight one
Beat
day,
up
just
Shotzi.
not yet.
Yeah, they will make them fight. I'm sure they'll.
Yeah, they're going to have like that pit fight match, like
Yeah.
Seth Rollins and Weddle had
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, and then you got Lashley and Lesnar. They did some pit matches or cage matches or whatever.
Yeah, and,
The one I wish that there was film of was the Kurt Angle Brock Lesnar match. They went out and they had an actual wrestling match.
Huh.
I would,
oh yeah, and yeah, they were in the cart with each other, and
I would have.
I can't remember who started what, and
Oh, it was probably Kurt Angle.
pulled the cart over, and it's like, let's go outside, see who's the tougher wrestler. They actually fought like outside, like a highway or something.
No, they actually was in a ring before the show started. Angle came out and cornered them, and they just went at it.
Yeah, that one too happened also. But I heard that there was like a one where they're in a car with each other.
Oh, there was that. But I heard from Kurt and from Brock that Brock only lost by a point. just because he's like, because Kurt said, I didn't kill him. I barely beat him. But
my favorite one that actually was a real fight is when Mr. Perfect and Blockbuster got in a fight in the airplane, and one of them almost opened the door. And
exactly.
yeah.
No,
Blockbuster's been in a lot of real fights.
Yeah.
Or anytime Ron Simmons got angry at anybody. That one, who's the other guy? Ahmed Johnson. He ended his career real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plunged it.
Well, these things happen when you anger Ron Simmons.
Oh, you never. There's a house show here in Oshawa where Ahmed Johnson faced Jeff Jarrett, and Jeff Jarrett cheated, right? And at the house show, Jeff Jarrett was trying to get in his car, and Ahmed Johnson chased him, and Jeff Jarrett got out of the car, and Ahmed Johnson flipped his car.
Yeah, not many people liked him, and Ron took care of that. Hey, Sticks.
Sticks.
G.
I do not think that Chad Gable is annoying. Myself, I like Alpha Academy. I think Chad Gable's funny. I like that he shushes everyone.
He's funny in an annoying way. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like funny in an annoying way.
Sorry, I'm down a rabbit hole. Yell if you need me.
It gives me vibes of The Rock saying, it doesn't matter what your name is. You'll just shush everyone as soon as they start speaking. That's pretty funny.
Well, shushing.
Where'd Rotten Jack go?
Something happened to him.
He got abducted by all those flying saucers and been around.
I didn't do it.
Crazy.
I'm looking. I see a name on the NXT roster, and it sounds like a name I've heard Kurt Angle talk about. Mark Coffey? Anybody know? What do you know about him? Is he good?
Mark Coffey.
What do we know about Mark Coffey, Rotten Jack?
I never heard of him, actually.
I don't know much
He's on
about
NXT, but Kurt Angle mentioned having a match with him. It was either him or his brother, but that says a lot right there if Kurt Angle had a match with him.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm learning things.
Angle comes on Raw on Current Wrestling quite a bit too, Zach.
Yeah, he was on the 30th anniversary.
And he had like 5 shirts. He had the one shirt and took it off, and then he ended up having the ref shirt to be the special guest referee. Kurt Angle's funny.
Yeah, he is. His neck's fucked though.
He is my Olympic and my hometown hero, 100%.
Yeah, he's a Pittsburgh native, like you.
Still lives there, I think.
That's cool.
I think he said he wanted to move to Florida, but as of right now. And also, apparently, his niece is married to John Bernthal, the guy that played the Punisher.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently, he is married to Kurt Angle's niece.
Wow.
Because they were doing a show together. I'm like, what is the connection between these two? Uh-oh. Cash and Dad. Cheese it.
They're both here.
Booker T's, that was Booker T's last match, I heard, was that Royal Rumble.
Booker T's
Who's that?
Booker T, he returned at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
For the Royal Rumble match. I heard that was his last match. Like he said he's done after that. He's
he did too much. They let him come in and do like a spinaroo.
Yeah.
Bring him and his brother back one more time.
He's
commentating. I would love to see Stevie Ray one more time. I love Stevie Ray a lot.
More. Him and Stevie Ray. I want to see it.
Yeah, he's had commentator for NXT, Zach.
Who is?
Booker T is.
Yep, yeah. Come on, get Stevie Ray back. I want to see.
Yeah, Stevie Ray was commentator on Thunder. Let's get Booker T and Stevie Ray back as commentators.
And Shawn Michaels is the GM, head of talent guy for NXT.
I had heard that he was down in the Performance Center for a while now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's wanted it for Triple H because Triple H moved up, right?
Yeah.
And then who was it that interrupted them during a conference call and got suspended?
Oh yeah, that was. Oh god, what was his name?
Someone from NXT. I forgot.
Yeah. They're probably like going, geez, like one more match for Sean against that guy. That's probably why they're doing
What's his name? Grayson something?
Grayson
Yeah,
Waller.
I just don't remember it.
He came
I'm
in
bad
yelling
with
at
this
Shawn
new
Michaels.
guy
Shawn
thing.
Michaels was on
Oh,
the
here we go.
conference
Great.
call.
He was mad because he got his butt kicked by Rick Steiner's son, Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Look at this
He was
kid.
mad
What is
about
that
that.
shirt? Oh my God. He went for a time under the name Matty Wahlberg. All right. Instantly don't like this guy. Smack that.
Nothing wrong with Wahlbergs.
I want to smack that pattern right off your shirt. If you guys could see the picture I'm looking at. Oh my God, that is like I don't get offended, and that offended me. I'm out of there. I'm out of that page.
Inappropriate. I heard.
Oh, by the way, this one was, if it's the one
Me
you're
and
talking about,
Raven's favorite new kids on the block was Donnie Wahlberg.
It was
Grayson
Joe
Waller.
McIntyre. Donnie was my
mine was
second favorite.
mine was Jordan. Moving on.
Jordan Knight.
Yes.
Jordan Knight was on Surreal Life years ago, and he barricaded himself in the room and wouldn't let the other contestants come in his room.
Yeah, it was hysterical.
Jordan Knight's a bit
That was a
weird.
good show. We used to watch that show a lot together.
Yeah.
Surreal Life, it was awesome.
Oh my God, Cash and Dad, thank you for that one. The Bronco chase with Goldust and Piper.
Oh,
Yeah, that was funny.
Spliced in footage of the OJ chase. That was the wrestling I like, not whatever shirt this Yahoo's wearing.
It's funny because they did that in Anaheim too, where it was close to that OJ chase.
Which made it extra funny.
Yeah.
Here now. Yep, exactly. Pat McAfee, the greatest commentator since Jim Ross.
Yeah, Pat McAfee's awesome commentator.
Everybody loves Pat McAfee except Brett Favre right now.
Is it because is it exposing Brett Favre?
Brett Favre thinks he's actually going to do something by getting Shannon Sharp and Pat McAfee angry. Yeah, they're going to go silently away. Yeah. They asked Pat about it. He said, "Oh, let me ask my lawyers." "Oh, wait, I don't have any." "F it. We're going to ride this thing. We'll see you in court." Like, oh, God. Brett Favre is in for a world of pain. Just why those two of them? But, he is a kid living the dream. A kid from Pittsburgh, somehow wrestling-ish. I heard he got in the ring a couple times.
Pat McAfee? Yeah, he has. He wrestled Austin Theory at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and he was in the Rumble just recently. His comeback.
Pat, I know you're.
Yeah, he was in wrestling though. He was doing the commentary.
Pat, I know you're going to watch this on the rewind. Yeah, from one Pittsburgh brother to another. Nah, come on, man. We're old. We're old, Pat.
He had a good match with Baron Corbin at the one pay-per-view there a couple months ago.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about them. They have history going back to the camp with the Colts back in 2009.
Mm.
Pat made it. Corbin didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, they were right razzing each other about it on live WWE about it.
Yeah.
Making fun of each other and yeah.
Yeah.
Pat should take on the Jackass guys. I would pay to see Pat versus those guys.
Sammy Safety's Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I remember when he was in it.
All right.
Zach saying he liked Dink and Doink, the clowns.
Rest in peace, Doink.
There was a story, a guy at work. He used to work with Dink the Clown, like a garbage dump or something like that. He used to tell me, like, yeah, I used to know Dink the Clown. I'm like, what?
I would ride that one for all it's worth.
Yeah, he used to tell me that story like, a couple times. Like, yeah, I worked with him in a garbage factory. I'm like, really? Like, yeah.
All right, that's kind of funny. All right. We
That's about it for NXT. Then we had SmackDown last night. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus took on Hit Row. What do you guys think of Hit Row? Top.
Ooh.
It's funny that Michael, of all people, Michael Cole's making fun of the guy for botching the
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. That big guy, what's his name? Top Dollar when he missed the pawn throw?
Yeah, he went to do a springboard off of the ropes to the outside and missed it. And Michael Cole's been quite razzing him ever since.
He wears leggings under his shorts that match his shirt.
Yeah.
The shirt and the leggings match.
His name's Top
What do you think about Drew McIntyre and Sheamus had dropped her name because it sounded like the porn company?
Yeah.
I'm not even going there.
Cool,
yeah, B-Fab's cool.
They were called the Boehner Bulls, Zach, before they had dropped their name.
Really?
Yeah, they were called the Boehner Bulls. And there's a porn company called something like We First that.
Just moving swiftly along.
Moving along to Lacey Evans. She got a little showboating match last night at SmackDown against a girl called Carmen Harris, who I have not seen before. She came out looking like a Dream of Genie.
She's like a jobber or something. Someone has to throw in front of Lacey.
Yeah, Lacey just went around doing push-ups and handstands. Showboating.
She does a cool version of Sergeant Slaughter's Cobra Clutch for her finisher, Zach?
I like her gimmick now because she was actually in the army.
Yeah, she was in the army and she's all like better than everyone and calling them maggots and gross and and stuff.
It'd be cool if Sergeant Slaughter comes out one time with her.
He could. There's a chance.
Hang on.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because she's really playing that camel clutch and Sergeant Slaughter style, eh?
Yeah.
Asks people to salute her when she's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty funny.
I like his heel, too, because when Sergeant Slaughter, when he was the 80s, he was a heel before he became a babyface.
Yeah, he was a good heel. I didn't like him so much as a good guy.
No.
Sticks noticed that your handle says
Sticks noticed my handle, eh? I don't know. Maybe that's a challenge, brother.
I'm the champ in my own world. I'm the stupid champion.
She's undisputed.
Usually when someone self-proclaims a championship, then and if there is one, that might be a challenge.
I thought the CBE was dead. I didn't think it was a thing anymore. I thought it was past.
There we go.
It's not dead. It's just, old and tired.
No, it's just the commish that's running it, sort of.
David lets people skip rounds and still contend for championships. I don't think that's right. You can't just come in on the third round and contend with it being in the first and second round. That's cheating. It's not run right.
Well, Zach's the million sit champion.
Now that I know you can do this.
Yeah, you can have anything now. That's awesome.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
A $1,000,000 champion.
This is not a good tool for me to have discovered. The internet is
Wait till we figure out how to do the banner across the screen and stuff.
What's a banner gonna say? We could have done one.
Oh, you can make it say anything.
For God's sake, if I ever run a stream, do not tell me how to do a banner.
Come say that banner. Just say that.
We're going to get you in the Matrix here, Zach.
Horrible, horrible things. I'll put like stock prices up there just to be an idiot.
Yeah, like
run
the Fox News ticker going down.
Run it like an actual news ticker.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you talked about Jimmy and Jay defending their titles. That was cool. And we talked about Ronda Rousey coming out and beating everyone up. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez teamed up to take on Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's funny. I think she's funny.
Yeah.
She keeps going to Pierce and saying,
complaining and everything,
giving him all kinds of trouble, and then just say, "Okay, thank you."
I'm surprised we haven't seen Zack Ryder back yet.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder.
Yeah, she's married to Zach's married to Chelsea Green.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That actually
Good to
helps me
know.
figure out who she
Liv
is.
Morgan won that match with Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And then the main event was Madcap Moss versus Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar versus Karrion Kross.
I've been saying Madcap for months is coming up, man.
I thought
Yeah.
Karrion Kross was going to win, but I was wrong. Madcap did win.
Yeah,
I've been tooting Madcap's horn for a few months since I really learned about him and saw him the first few times.
yeah, he's a good wrestler.
Yeah, he is really good.
He just needs to not
Imperium
get
was
hurt.
awesome.
That's the only problem with him. He gets hurt kind of
Oh,
easily
does he?
sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Imperium was up in the skybox watching from above.
With Gunther.
Yeah.
Gunther and everyone.
Gunther's my man.
Yeah, he's cool.
Cool. I like all of Imperium.
No,
They are pretty
They're
fun.
so old school and like you'd like them, Zach. Gunther and Imperium and
no,
stuff.
I was just going to say him. I know because I've heard William Regal talk about him very highly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I give William Regal's words, especially about wrestling, a lot of weight. So when he was talking about how good he is, like, all right, I got to see who this guy is, and like, yep, this guy's pretty good.
And DaVinci or whatever his name is, and the other guy, I know his name.
Gunther's a real
Von Kaiser.
He's my favorite. He's so funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
He's disgusted by the
and
people
stuff.
and stuff. He won't let them come here. He's
Thinking-
comical.
Yeah, I was thinking Gunther's going to lose that IC title.
Guy.
Jinder Mahal went down to NXT to manage
Veer Mahal.
Veer Mahan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's cool to see Jinder back.
Yeah, he's down in NXT managing a tag team.
Yeah.
They really are bringing everybody back.
They are.
Big universe.
Well, that's what Triple H did.
Yeah.
Like Triple H really like fixed a lot of mistakes Vince did. Like when Vince fired a bunch of people, Triple H like, hey, no, like don't go to AEW. I'm going to bring you back. I'm bringing you back.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. There couldn't be anyone better than Triple H because he's been around forever and DX wrestling for.
He has to own it. He has to own it. Like who else is going to own it? Like
I thought Vince
already. Like I can't see no one.
Didn't we? No, I'd heard rumor Vince is trying to sell off the company.
Well, yeah, he is trying to sell the company, but to who?
It's some Saudi Arabian company, which I think unfortunately means the end of Sami Zayn's career.
Yeah, it's not happening though. Like the deal hasn't gone through. That's the problem, right?
It's just a lot of rumors, probably.
Yeah, it's a rumor, but it's just hasn't. If it is a true rumor, it's just not gone through because I don't think they're interested.
It's just amazing that of all the things Vince McMahon has gotten away with, an affair brought him down. Really, of everything else you skirted, that's what got you.
Well, it's him using the stock market's money to have that affair that brought him down.
That's true. Once the SEC got involved, it was money people that brought down Al Capone. So,
yeah.
What?
Have you got strip?
Oh, the ones you liked? Yeah, you can get them if you want.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. I'm just getting Raven to get something for me.
There's why, like Lester said, Triple H wants to bring back that run AEW, like Aleister Black. Charlotte Flair's husband's name, and AEW. I just can't think of it right now. He's in AEW. He wants to come back to WWE.
No, I'm not sure what his name is. I know what he looks like. I can't
Andre something.
Actual husband?
You're talking about bringing him back.
Charlotte Flair's husband.
Oh, husband.
Andreas or something like that.
Andrade El Idolo.
Yeah, that's it.
You think Rhea Ripley is going to beat Charlotte Flair?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be passing the torch.
Yeah.
I think Charlotte Flair, like, going to kind of like semi-retire from wrestling.
She's a Flair. They don't
Yeah.
retire.
She'll stay involved.
That's true.
right?
He's a
Ripley
player.
faced her before, so it's kind of cool. It's like full circle for Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She faced her before and she didn't win.
I like to see Rhea Ripley win the Mania.
I think she will too.
No
I
comment.
got Raven to grab these just because they're from her last rip of Chronicles, her retail blaster.
Yeah.
There's
Ooh, look at that.
Macho Man with the snakes on his robe.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Because you guys were talking about matches, like different matches and stuff. The Bronco one and stuff, and that's from when he got bit by the King Cobra snake from Jake the Snake. Eh?
I didn't like
Yeah.
it as a kid. I was scared of that snake.
Did you ever hear the story about that whole thing? Jake tells the story, and he does an amazing Macho Man impression.
Yeah.
He does.
Because like it was back in the locker room before the match. He made Jake have the snake bite him first.
Yeah. Yeah. And Savage asked him all these questions like, "Is the snake been feminized?" and this and that.
Minutes just so he could make sure he didn't die.
Yeah. You imagine they did that on Saturday morning or close to Saturday morning cartoons were right after
They
when
did. It scared me as a kid.
I saw it
yeah,
live.
that was lesson, man.
Don't go after
I remember watching that when I was like 7 or 8 when that happened.
Like Boss Man was scary with a nightstick hitting everyone.
Yeah.
You didn't want to get
Leslie was a lot less back then.
Yeah.
Even before the Attitude Era, it was a lot less.
It was
Then look at this warrior there, Jack, that we got.
Oh yeah, that's
He's got
awesome.
He's got the
That's when he's wearing the spandex there.
yeah the singlet with his own image on it, like riding a
Yeah.
spaceship.
That's
and
when he came back from WrestleMania 8.
Yeah.
When you started using that. Yeah.
he was riding some kind of spaceship.
And this one is my other pick. I picked 3 out of it for myself.
Oh,
Another
patriotic
Macho Man.
Macho.
Oh yeah, I remember when he wore that. That was like a July 4th wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, very patriotic.
that's cool. So
Yeah,
those are
he wore that at SummerSlam.
Well, I grabbed those from her. They're mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was the last they ever
grab them, grab them. You did. You asked very nicely. Please, ladies,
No.
please, can I have those cards?
Rip next week featuring a doll that looks suspiciously like Rip.
Yeah. Oh no! I seen Lip flying through the air a couple of days ago. Not mind that Chinese balloon. It was Lip.
I'm not the biggest fan of Macho Man or Ultimate Warrior, so I don't mind. They're not my favorite.
Macho Man's the greatest, Laban. Come on now.
Oh, he kind of irritated me as a kid.
Will says, "What's his cool title? If he ever
Come on,
comes, we'll get him on the panel and give him a cool title. You don't worry, Will. This is just the first episode, and we're gonna have different guests and stuff. So
We just don't want to have too many because then it can get all laggy and crazy and people talking over.
I don't need a title.
We want to keep it.
I'd be like the bad news Brown of this panel. I'm the bad news Brown of this panel. I don't need a title.
And save. There we go.
oh, title is better than Jack's. That's true. That's true. And I'm gonna learn how to do a banner for next time, so I can be messaging Zach the whole time.
Victory.
I was wondering what you were mouthing there. It looked like
Oh, don't worry. I've got some ideas.
My title is better than Jack's, eh?
There we go.
tastes like victory. Look at that
Moving
one.
on. What's next, kid?
This is very dangerous for Zach. You just like keep changing it.
Ooh.
King and Jank.
Yeah.
Wait to the edit button.
To the end of it.
There we go. That's better.
As you saying, Hoodoo.
Tastes like fishery and old gum.
You want the scratcher for doing that.
Just don't show me off. Well, I think we pretty much covered everything.
We got everything in under an hour.
Very nice. Next week is elimination.
Hang on.
Hey, you guys,
everyone's slowing down.
So maybe we'll throw in some predictions at the end of next week's show. We're gonna try to do it every Saturday night.
If you guys are up for it, or someone is at least.
Yeah, I'm up for it. I'm gonna join again.
Is the only one of us that can watch AEW, so he's gonna get some.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If I knew this show was happening, I would watch AEW this Wednesday.
Yeah, that's all right.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I will watch it next Wednesday.
And I will continue
we'll have
to not
some
watch
AEW expertise as well. That's super cool because Rip and I can't watch it. We don't have access to AEW. Unfortunately.
Zach might have some access to it. I don't know.
You got TNT, Zach?
No, I don't have cable, but I could find a way.
Nice.
Yeah, I find it online. You see, I find it online. I don't watch it on cable. I find it online.
I often find ways.
We use Sportsnet for Raw and NXT and SmackDown.
I'm interested in the Japanese one too. Now that Sasha's over there, she's champion.
Well, yeah, New Japan, man.
I'd like to see some of it.
Oh, she's in New Japan.
No. Yeah, she's right in Tokyo. Sasha Banks. She's going under.
Yeah,
I know. She's
Mercedes money.
She loves Japan.
Yeah, she's got the coolest hair right now. The way it looks.
Yeah, her hair looks like a fire.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's done it. It amazes me.
We've been looking, pricing out Japanese wrestling cards, actually.
Yeah, I want to try and find her card on the Japanese one.
I know in Japan, Jay White's leaving Japan, and he might be joining WWE soon or AEW.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that one Great Muta just retired there.
Yeah, that was
him and Stain and Darby Allin just had a 6-man tag team match a few weeks ago, and that was Great Muta's last match.
Well, he was a talent
too.
Yeah,
Great Muta was something else.
Yeah, he was awesome, man. I loved him.
I saw a thumbnail on YouTube that said Great Muta, and I was wondering what it was about. I didn't watch it though.
Yeah, that was like his last match.
Yeah.
Does not look
also
like
WWE before that match sent Shashi Nakamura for his last singles match, and that's who he picked. He's like, I want to fight him for my last singles match. Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna use Nakamura anymore or not.
I'm sure he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back for sure.
She's
man
good,
can still go.
Well, Zach, we're gonna have AEW next week.
Yeah, Rotten Jack.
Specialist
bring us a summary.
I'll see if I can find anything about it.
Yeah. So we got Zach and Jack on the AEW.
And next week we'll do predictions for Elimination Chamber.
Ooh.
Then we'll see if any of us got our predictions correct.
My predictions are never right. Every team I predicted in football lost.
So that's about it for our first episode. We did a whole hour. So thank you everyone that came out, and thank you to my panel.
And it went
on. I hope that everyone will come next Saturday and watch us again.
Thank you.
Yeah, you better.
Thanks. Go listen to some music, guys, because music saves lives. And we will see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.